Jared, 2 minutes 44 into the first round. This is your first UFC win, so just talk about the experience on the run-up to this and obviously how you're feeling now.
Well, I'll talk about Croatia first. Croatia is a beautiful country, and it's full of a lot of beautiful people, you know, and it's a lot different from where I'm from. It gets cold there, and people don't really come out much, so that was kind of a difference seeing a lot of people walk around. The staff here was really good. You know, they took good care of us and made sure we had everything we need. All I had to do was just train and relax and train and relax, and had a lot of downtime and didn't really know what to do with myself. But just try to dial in, stay focused, and work the game plan, which was to stay in his face and hopefully get a knockout in the first round, which is exactly what happened. So
you seem really calm now. Were you really calm going in there?
Yeah. I don't really get nervous or too hyped or anything for fights. That's how people usually have adrenaline dumps. And I don't want to be the one in there tired and sluggish while a grown man trying to punch me in the face. So I've mastered the mind over matter aspect of fighting. And not really much will get to me. So.
And did you envision it being such an early finish?
Absolutely. I was envisioning a 1-second knockout, but God had different plans, and but He gave me a first-round knockout, and I took little to no damage, and I'm very thankful for that, and look to do it again real soon.
You're coming off a first-round KO loss in your last fight, so do you feel like maybe you've avenged that at all?
No, because that wasn't Sean Jordan in there who I was fighting. Not that I would want to avenge it, you know, it is what it is. Maybe in the future, you know, maybe, who knows. But I'm just trying to get wins. Wins on top of wins on top of wins. That loss, it happens. You know, I got hit with a shot from a very powerful man, and I don't think anybody else would have been able to stand up to that type of shot either. So I don't regret it happening. It was a learning experience, and I don't want it to happen again, that's for sure.
Second fight into this card, what was the Croatian crowd like?
The crowd was wonderful, very accepting, very, they just cheered me on, and nothing but smiling faces out there. I have nothing but good things to say about, you know, the Croatian people and the crowd out here. Man, I'm just happy to be here, you know. I wasn't too ecstatic about, you know, leaving my home. I have a wife and 3 children at home, and it's a long ways away from Alaska. So, but you know, I got here, I was met with open hands, open arms, and a bunch of smiling faces. So, I mean, it was a really good experience, and I won't regret it. That's for sure.
Obviously, first round KO. There's a lot of heavyweights on this card, and there's obviously going to be a lot more fights. Obviously, this is only the second fight in, but what would a performance of the night bonus mean to you if you did get one?
Well, shoot, I don't want to pull out my violin and start strumming it for you guys, but you know, I'm not rich. You know, $50,000 would do me and my family a lot of good. You know, getting out of debt. It would probably just knock out our debt completely, and then we'll probably turn around and make some more debt. But, you know, it would definitely be a blessing. You know, I prayed that I would get the win, and God delivered. I prayed for a bonus, and I have faith that He'll deliver if it's His will. So if I get it, you know, thank Lord for that. And if I don't, you know, I'm going to still keep praising Him. So.
And obviously, little to no damage at all. So when would you like to get back in there?
July? You know, maybe they'll call me for a short notice fight. Who knows? But July at the latest. Yeah, July.
Any particular card in mind?
Ooh, I haven't even looked at the schedule, so I don't even know what's going on. I know there's 200 at the MGM. It's a pretty big card. They should have a pretty big guy on that card.
So that would be something that you would be interested in?
Oh, most definitely. Who wouldn't want to get on that card, you know? But then again, it will probably hinder my chances of getting another fighter night bonus with such great fighters on that card. But it would be a wonderful experience, you know, to go back to the MGM and to see all those people who I see fight day in, day out, guys who I watch, guys who I learn from, guys who I'm a huge fan of, so guys and gals. So,
Any particular opponent in mind?
ooh, I don't know.
Anyone that you'd like to maybe call out?
No, not at this point. I only got one win. I don't want to start pointing fingers and naming names. I have scouted out the roster, and I've seen some faces, and I've seen some fights. So, we're working on the blueprint, who to call out. At this point, I'm not going to just jump the gun and say a name because I want the best fight for me, not the best fight for them. It's just me in there, and I want it to be the easiest. I don't want it to be easy fights. There are no easy fights in the UFC, but I don't want it to be knockout, drag-out fights. So hopefully, whoever they put me up against will just duplicate what happened tonight.
So how do you celebrate this win?
I go home, I have a burger, I have a cupcake, and then I get back to work. I have to go back to work Tuesday. I fly back Monday, I go back to work Tuesday and Wednesday, and then I'm off. So, me and my family are going to celebrate. Me and my friends are going to celebrate. Me and my team are going to celebrate. I don't drink. I'm not a big drinker. I definitely don't do drugs because I work for the federal government. So it's going to be a boring-ass party, that's for sure.
We'll enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you.
How many times did you open a fight in 2016?
2016, at least 2 more times. So once in July, maybe again in October, November.
Was it a big difference? I know you said coming over here from Alaska. Was this different than previous fights? I mean, was it a lot tougher coming over here and acclimating to the time difference and whatnot?
No, again, it's a mind over matter type thing. I was in the Army, so I've experienced sleep deprivation, and I didn't experience that here. Stay awake until it's time to go to bed. When it's time to get up and go work out, it's time to get up and go work out, even though I'm sleepy and tired. My coach throwing pads at me and stuff, and it's all good. I came here to work, and I did just that, and I got the job done.
And you're relatively new and whatnot, but with the performance like you did today, where do you see yourself in the division, and how soon do you think you're going to be rising up, getting close to that top 15?
Ooh. Well, who knows? Depending on my next performances. If I go out there and do some super high spinning, flying type shit, and get really spectacular knockouts, maybe they'll just shoot me to the top. It's up to the guys who make the decisions. To be honest, I don't care. I want to fight. I want to get paid. So.
What do you really do particularly for living?
I work for the FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration. It's a part of the Department of Defense, and we call ourselves Airway Transportation System Specialists, but air traffic control equipment repair. We work on radios, beacons, airport stuff.
Can you talk a little bit about your nickname?
The Killer Gorilla?
Yeah.
Oh man, first of all, I really like gorillas. So gorillas are pretty darn awesome. Anybody will attest to that. Second of all, when I first started fighting, I had trouble thinking of a nickname that would coincide with gorilla, that would go with gorilla. And one of my teammates, Joe Murphy, you guys have probably heard of him, or his wife, Lauren Murphy, shout out. He said, well, how about the Killer Gorilla? I was like, Killer Gorilla? Like, there's already one Killer Gorilla. There was already one already out there, but he wasn't doing too hot. So I said, forget it. I'll take that name and make it great. So here I am.
How do you feel about the nickname? I mean, is it important to have intimidating nickname in this business?
No, I don't aim to intimidate people with my name. I aim to intimidate them with my fists, my feet, kicking their ass. That's pretty intimidating. And when other people see me kicking somebody else's ass, they're like, oh, I don't want him to do that to me. Not that I want them to run away, I want fights, so.